Hello, everybody. How's it going today? So, congratulations on making it with me to the 100th premium video. So, thank you very much for all the support and the love that you've given me and shown towards me. So, I want to reciprocate it just by doing something small. Two things, actually. One is I'm going to actually have a small giveaway. I've never done it before, have a giveaway. I've actually never retweeted anything for anybody either or promoted anything for anybody. Never shilled. But for once, I just wanted to have a giveaway because it's the 100th video. So let's give away $100 of Ethereum away. All you got to do is go to my Facebook, okay? Like it, share it, and write one small thing about something you've learned from me. Doesn't have to be anything like sucking up to me or, kissing my ass. Just write something small. An example would be, right, I learned a lot about RSI from you, something like that, or I learned a lot about MACD from you. Just be something specific that'll make my day. And then at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm gonna pick a random person with a random comment that I like, and I'm gonna send you $100 in Ethereum. Awesome stuff, right? It's just my way of saying thanks. And the second thing that I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna go through a really detailed process of my morning market scan. Okay, and it's very different than in the Udemy course 1 and 2, because it's been years after, and now my process is very similar, but it has been refined to a point where I'm very comfortable with what I do, and I've been showing some amazing accuracy. Okay, you know how they say, for example, like in all right, I got a small story to tell you actually. For example, there's a game I played called Dota. And in Dota, we it's a 5-on-5 game where we take turns picking a hero, and the hero counter picks the other team. And what they always say is that it's always in the draft. And sometimes your picks, you've already lost the game before it even began. And Dota is the most played game in the world from what I know, or used to be. But I know for a fact it has the biggest prize pool in the world, where professional teams are actually like playing against each other for major money. The biggest prize pool is $20 million, and all the professional teams get together. That's hosted by brands like big brand names like Corsair, Logitech, etc. And then it's kind of like like they're the athlete in the gaming community. Like it's kind of like that, right? And they know what they're talking about when they say that it's all about the draft, and you have to know your picks. So in this video, you guys are really gonna understand how it's gonna be all about the picks, and your picks, what you choose for the day, it'll determine straight up what you're gonna do for how possible it is for you to make profit, right? So you got to make sure that we get these picks down cold. So today's gonna be quite a treat. You guys are gonna get an awesome video of how I'm gonna pick a coin. So let's get on with this, guys. So the first thing that I do every single day, okay, every single day is this. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I go to my Binance markets here, okay, and then I go to fiat, then USDT, and I scan this list of coins. And what I look for is 24-hour change that I may not have noticed before. And I'm noticing a whack load of different coins. So think of the market like a cycle that oscillates. Sometimes coins will be rallying and others are not. Sometimes coins will be bearish while others are rallying, and vice versa, right? And some coins are being neutral while others are rallying, etc. Every single coin that we've been following, they have a cycle of just rallying, then correcting, or being bearish, right? It's up to us to identify where these ones are in the trend. Some will be dormant for a while, but they'll lay dormant and eventually explode like a volcano, right? And some will be very explosive, and then they start to correct while other ones start to take the spotlight. And what we're noticing right now is coins like BCH, ADA, EOS, maybe even TRX, they have now gotten on they're on our shit list, right? What I mean shit list, it more so just means that it's a coin that I'm really not trading, right? Because there's a lot of other coins to prioritize. And then Ethereum, ETH, LTC, etc. They now get on our watch list. So I've added all the ones that have some big gains on here to the watch list that you can see. And I've also prioritized it ahead of time just to save you time. Okay, so I take coins like near. It's near, for example. It's borderline up there, but the volume is not the best for me right now to be trading. So I've taken some things off of the watch list that were on the good list, like Alpha, Uni, CVC, CRV. They have very low volume, right? Compared to the other ones that have 70 million up. So the first thing that I do is I go through, once again, Binance in the markets and I look for new possible coins that I can be adding on the watch list that I may have missed before. It's basically just doing a scan, looking at it, see what changed significantly that might catch my attention. And this will relate to volatility, right? And usually big changes will come with volume as well. But we want to confirm it because sometimes they don't. So I'm scanning this market the first thing in the morning, always when I get on the computer. And what I'm saying to myself is, which changed the most? What is the significant change right here? And how is it possible for us to catch a small percentage of it on a retracement of some sort? So my mentality, like this is me, is I come into here thinking to myself, what has rallied so far? And I'm not a breakout player. I don't catch longs on a breakout. It's just not me. So because I didn't catch a long, these ones are already rallying hard in the 20% as you see. So what I say to myself is I'm going to let it rally and I'm going to plan for a short position instead because I can still catch about 5 to 6% of it if it retraces even a little bit, right? So that's my goal. And I don't have that mentality of a bull that plays breakouts. It's just not me. I would rather not sit around and wait for a breakout. Like you got to admit, a lot of people were sitting around for a long time waiting for things like XRP, LTC, Ethereum to break out. Well, while you guys were waiting, I was catching a lot of other percentages on other coins, right? Which is fine. It works out both ways. It's just different styles of trading for different people. And this is what works for me. So I'm telling you my specific process, right? So a lot of these coins are all on my radar now, right? So then I end up upgrading a lot of coins. So for example, BTC, Ethereum, LTC gets up there in a major way because it breaks above the resistance. So it's below Ethereum. XRP is, of course, the ones doing major percentages up here. Okay, so 53% the rally so far. So it gets number one on my list of pay attention to. ADA gets a lot of attention as well because we're at a point where it could possibly be shorted, right? 45-minute chart here. And it gets a lot of attention as well, right? It goes 30%. It's very smooth. I like the structure. Well, Music Go gets on my watch list as well because it moves up 35%. And we know that this coin can be very explosive sometimes, as we've seen, like over here. Okay. So then VET gets on my watch list as well. It was doing nothing for a very long time, right? But from here to there, it only did 65%, right? So far, so it's pretty decent. So this gets on my watch list as well. EOS gets on my watch list. These coins are all doing over 20 to 30 million dollars, which is great. Okay, XLM gets on my watch list. I don't like EOS though. It's just too this was very volatile. I didn't like that big bar there, so it kind of turns me off that one. This one here, XLM, reminds me of ADA. Okay, it really does remind me of ADA. Check it out. See, it's like hovering at the top range there. So XLM, I like that. BCH, I don't like that as well. I don't like that at all. It reminds me of EOS, that pin bar there at the top. I don't like that at all. I want a smooth structure that's not too parabolic today, so I can identify bearishly diverging RSI. Dot is pretty decent, but the structure is really ugly, right? It's so long, right? BCH is more parabolic. ADA as well is just smooth and linear. And then you take a look at Wi-Fi, Sushi, Waves, and Ave. They're only there out of respect because I've been watching them, so I want to see how they play out. But they're around the $27 million range. Wi-Fi is declining in volume, like Sushi, Waves, Aves, all $27 million range. All these ones I listed earlier are way higher. So I took a lot out of the list, such as Uni, CVC, CRV, right? These guys are all on my shit list now. Down here, I have more on my good list than on my shit list. But eventually, Wi-Fi, Sushi, Waves, Ave, they're all going to go down there because they're going to be in a corrective pattern, and I'm not interested in trading those right there when they're much more volatile coins. So once again, step one is to go through. Oh, sorry, this is the I'm entering a trade already. I'm just letting you guys know I'm kind of getting ready for a short position for ADA, as you guys can see here. This is the $500 trading account that I grew to $2,000 plus already, which is awesome. So hopefully this can be grown a little bit more today, right? So I'm going to be scalping for days. I'm going to see what I can do with this particular position and this account just for you guys for fun, for the premium group. Okay, so the first thing is you go to your Binance here, see what percentages change, see the volume, so we can know what coins we are going to be adding to. Eventually those coins go on to the bottom here. I just skipped the process for you guys. Those new coins go on the bottom. Okay, they go on the bottom, and then what I do is I scan the coins that are good, right? Out of all the ones I picked from Binance, I put them all on here, right? So the new ones I added today were basically XLM, Near. Yeah, XLM and Near. Those are the only two I kind of added, right? And then I scan, I and then I scan through like the whole list, right? And I know for a fact that a lot of coins are volatile, and they have like double digits, like these guys there, that were on my shit list. So as I start taking coins from my shit list and I put them on the good list, I'm also gonna be taking out coins from the good list and putting it on the other list, right? That's kind of what I want to do. And I know that you can actually make another watch list now, okay, guys? Like, I know you can create another one, but I'd like to have it on one big one just so I can monitor everything so without having to click on different windows. It's just my personal preference. So once again, you go through that list on Binance, and then you're basically looking to see what's good and looking to see what's bad, so you can switch them in and out, right? So clearly we've identified all of these ones that were just stellar right now. Okay, so all of these ones get on the watch list in a heavy way. Does that make sense, guys? So then the next thing that I do, right, now that I got my bad list and I got my good list, okay, so I have to justify to myself why I put them on there, right? And why they're on here. And that's something that we just do as we go through each one and you guys develop your process. So step one, basically, create your watch list and know how to pick it, right? It's so important for us to know how to pick it. Like I said in that game, it's all about the picks. And sometimes for the day, if you make a bad pick, you're not going to profit anything, or you might even get yourself into a bad trade. So we got to know how which ones are good picks, right? So we know that these coins are rallying really hard right now, so there's an opportunity to short. Whereas we know that Wi-Fi, for example, it's just consolidating right now. It reached the peak. The chance is over to enter 16% there. Like Waves is dropping, Sushi is dropping, Ave is dropping, right? Fell to support. So these guys are all in correction already. Whereas the other ones are in a rally and they're about to correct maybe and then rally more. So those ones are prioritized a lot more, right? So now that I've got my list of what's good and what's bad, what I do now is I go through literally each one and I see which ones is a good opportunity. I just kind of eyeball it, right? I see that XRP is not a good coin to short. Too parabolic, and also a good chance of getting liquidated, especially because of leveraging on this small account, right? I don't want to do that. It's got a history of really shaking people out. If you look on, the history of major spikes in the past before, like I think it was in September or October of 2018 was like massive. Yeah, I remember that spike because I was in France, right? Yeah, 2018. I think it was around here. Yeah, September, October, where it spiked up like 100 something percent, 200% in a day. So XRP's got a reputation of liquidating people. So this is not a coin I want to short. So I'm going to be looking for a re-entry for XRP. Okay. So that's a really important thing to understand here. XRP on like say a 30-minute chart, it's already correcting a little bit. You're already getting signs of a correction. It went up a lot, so it stays number one. So this one here, XRP, I'm looking for a long. Okay, I'm going to create new notes here today, just for today. XRP looking for long, right? Pattern conforming. So, right, so then there's going to be many opportunities. ADA, it just reached the top. I'm looking for a short-term top. I'm just gonna write LF. I'm not gonna write looking for every time, okay guys? LF, looking for short. We got lots of bearishly diverging signs on here already. Like I'm talking about massive signs. Like on the 45-minute, like how hovering on MACD shows very bearish signs. Okay, so that one did about 20%ish. Okay, ADA. We're just gonna do for the breakout of like the 20th around there. So this one does 26%ish, so it does pretty well. It's all right so far. So this is my short position I'm in right now. I'm up $42. I told you guys I was entering it, right? So I'm gonna grow this account. I added $500 to this account, and after 3 days of trading, I grew it to 2,000 American dollars, right there, 2,000 American dollars. And what I'm gonna do now is start with a $2,000 trading challenge, and I'm gonna try to grow it as much as I can, as risky as I can, and as fast as I can for a very fun premium video. And the reason why I decided to enter this, so I'm starting with $2,000, as you see. This is trade number 1 here, all right? So we're gonna document everything. What we're gonna do is talk about why we entered it. We're gonna narrate while we're in it, okay? We're gonna document every single trade of ours as well. We're also going to do what we learned from it at the end, okay? What we learned from it at the very end, we're going to summarize it. And then what we're going to do is after a few days maybe, or when the play is played out, we're going to review it even more to see what we saw in hindsight. So we're going to make the trade. We're going to review it when we take the profit, why we entered, etc., what was good about it, what we would have done differently. And then about 24 hours later, we're going to review it again. This way, in a much more hindsight, we have a better, bigger picture of it. So the last time, guys, I did a challenge. Do you remember I grew $1,125 to $2,123 in literally 7 days? But now I actually grew $500 to $2,000, which was more impressive. But I didn't catch every single trade. I think I'm missing like 2 or something, so I don't want to upload it incomplete. So without further ado, let's get started, everybody. And let's make a new sheet right here. And it's gonna be amazing. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. It's gonna be called the $2,000 Trading Challenge. So I'll give you guys more hints here and there as this comes along, but it's just a little tip on something new that I'm working on that's going to be free for the premium group. And you guys know I'm a badass trader. Yeah, I can grow accounts pretty big. I'm already up. Don't forget, this is a $2,000 account only. Okay, I'm already up $70 on here. I called this actually on, just to give you guys a hint. Ada sets me up for the first trade. I'm kind of hinting everything. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to this right now. And I'm going to start documenting everything. All right. So this is the trade here. So the first trade that we're taking is right here, ADA. So you guys are going to see me do everything transparently. All right. So the first trade for ADA that we're making is, what is my size? It doesn't really tell me the size ever. That's what I don't like. I can calculate it myself though, right? Okay. I'm trying to actually get this in here. I'm just trying to move it over. There we go. So the calculator here, I'm in a short position for 40,000 coins with a base price of 0.12954. So we're gonna insert a new sheet here. Actually, so we already did do that. So we're gonna delete kind of everything here and start new. All right, so today's date is November the 21st, I believe. Yeah, 21st. This one here would be ADA. The opening balance was literally $2,000 on the nose. Okay, and this is going to be a short position for 5,100-ish. right? The RR, we're just going to assume 1-to-1 for now. I'll show you guys it after. We don't know this yet. We don't know the closing balance quite yet. So trade number one, short position for ADA. Quick reason I am entering a trade, it's such a quick scalp, is because the 45-minute does not look nice, okay? And the 30-minute is hovering at the top there with the triple peaks coming to the downside. So we're going to go for a very quick scalp for the first trade of the day. And I think that, I don't know the exact wave structure, to be quite honest. I'm not even going to fucking guess it. I'm not even going to try, okay? But if I had to guess something, probably a 1-2, obviously, okay? I'm not even going to try to guess it. That's probably a 1-2, and that's probably subways 1-2 in there, and then now that's a 1-2-3. So this, it would be just of that structure there for the fib retracement of the breakout. So I'd probably do just generous. I'd be conservative as heck and just take this entire structure right here as my target. Okay, so that will be the reason why one of the, it's not the reasons, but that would be how I would derive my targets. Okay, from that particular region down over here of fib. So now I'm trying to see where we are in this structure of this particular wave, right? So if this is somehow like that's a 1 in there somehow, that's a 2, that's a 3, 4, that's gonna be a 5. That means that this one's not done yet because I only see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and where's the 5th? So there could be one more peak to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and honestly like one more to the upside because we're finding kind of steady support right here. So I might even take my profit for this one trade here because it doesn't really look like it has that much conviction to go down right now. So we got to use a leading one like XRP, for example. So XRP is struggling to fight down. So I'm going to stay in the trade because of that reason. We see a coin like Omise Go kind of break down already from there. So it actually ended up declining 7%. We see VeChain kind of come down here as well, right? We see VeChain kind of come down here as well. We see XLM. So these coins are being prioritized in a way that that makes sense to me in terms of progression because these are all volatile coins. So today it's not going to be just about the percentage gains. That's far from it. It's going to be which coins are most likely, which coins can I most likely anticipate the next move, right? So there's a lot of opportunity. So I see that these ones have already moved down 5%. These ones have all corrected down already. XRP, right? It kind of made its move ready, but ADA didn't really. I entered it from up there, right? You see my base price, for example, is at 12,954, right? So 12,954, I entered it literally at the top, which means that like if it's only moved a percent or two and other ones have moved already, there's a good chance that we're gonna follow it. So I just happened to catch a coin that happened to be lagging. Okay, that's why it's so high up there in my list. Because these coins have already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, 6 bars. ADA's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. So it's behind. XRP's got a shit ton, right? That's got 3, but they're steep, right? EOS is steep as well. Steep corrections. ADA, super tiny, and I just happened to nail the top there. That's why it was so high up there, I noticed. It's like, it's not really correcting yet. And then BCH, they're all high. So these guys here, they're on my watch list because it's starting to get a sore throat. I'm talking too much today. I keep editing my videos. I've been talking a lot. I need some coffee right here. Because when you're talking, you have to maintain some level of professionalism with your voice. So I really am emphasizing a lot of words as well to make sure that I'm putting the right emphasis on the right syllable. So now the point of these watch lists is, one, I'm thinking to myself one of two things. One, is it possible for me to catch a short position on one of these coins? So look at this go up. See, look at my ability to fucking catch a short, man. I'm not kidding. Like, my ability is just scary a lot of the times. So now we're reaching a support for ADA. Clearly we are. Okay, so make sure that you're identifying this stuff. Don't dismiss it ever. Channels have been the flavor of the month. If you guys don't know that, but the flavor of the year. I can name 5 channels. So this is a point where it might even reverse right here because there is a channel. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take our profit here probably. Because this is most likely to break down. Or sorry, break up, I mean. Do you know what I mean? So why do I want to take a chance there? It is wait, it's going to, if it spikes up here, even better. Because I'm looking for another wave, but I don't want to be down when there's a really solid chance for me to take profit here. Right? So whatever this is at right here, this whatever, so now I'm at 2100. I'll have gained 5% on the entire bankroll. That's kind of stellar when you think about it. Just so you guys know, a great way to take profit is this button here. Okay, click on this little button. You guys don't see it right now. Click on there. Okay, and then type in the price where if it reaches it, you would be happy to take profit, where it'll market execute it for you. So let's say I put in here 1265. So if it goes to 1265 here, then it'll automatically market execute. So we see here, it's actually falling right through the channel. It don't give a fuck really. So I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna cancel that, right? I don't want to do that. I want to actually just put in a limit, because sometimes it market executes it, right? And then, but you're like in a queue, then it spikes up, so you don't get the price that you want. So I want to be a little bit more diligent. I want to put at 6. Oh wow, so here it's, oh wow, it really fell. That's amazing. On the original charts, it's not the original, but here it fell first, and then the futures fell right after. So that means that I'm gonna just literally take my profit at 599 here. I'm gonna do that for, actually I'm just gonna do here, just in case it goes through as well. 0.1265, $120. Just do that. So I confirmed it. So now if it goes there, I'm going to take my profit. But I'm just going to market execute it here for whatever I get. Here you go. Bam. First trade of the day here in this small account. Now we have grown it to, you guys got a sample. You guys got a sample of my new video coming out. That was a really easy position, right? I literally answered that in the video for you guys, and I took the profit here as well for you guys, right? So there's my order history. I don't know why it's not showing the other one, the sell. Where is the sell? Weird, it doesn't show it. I don't know why it doesn't show this shit. That sometimes, like, it really doesn't show anything. Like, it just shows my buy here that you see, obviously, right? Oh, there we go. Because oh, that's why. That's why, because it's not scrolled. There we go. So there's my order history. There's the buy, sell, right? 40,000. So this trade was only about 30 minutes there for, like, after everything's said and done, it came out to 2112. So perfect. This was the first video, and we're still going to go through everything, right? So we happened to win this trade, and we'll just keep the R 1-to-1 for now. It was just quick scalp, right? My closing balance is 2112, right? So I made a 2.2% profit on the 2.2% profit on the actual position size, but I grew my principal. I should probably name this principal grown, right? As in, like, the principal balance, like what I have, right? Position. I should also be more clear. Position profit percentage. Okay, so this makes sense, right? So this column here, the position profit, right? So I made 2.2% of the position size, and then this one here is the closing balance, right? And this is now the principal grown. I should probably swap these two fields. I don't like the field. So does it take the closing balance? Yes, it does. There you go. It's a lot better now. So then this is the principal grown of that original size of this right here, of the opening balance. Okay. And then this is the closing balance after all fees and everything said and done. And don't mind the ones in the bottom. So right now we have, so the total profit so far is basically, well, we don't have anything here yet, so we're just gonna write 0. Give me a sec. Oh, you guys don't see the rest of it. That's kind of it, right? So yeah, cheers, guys. First trade nailed. I wanted to do that live. I kind of recorded this live for you guys, like while on camera. Like it was kind of a good trade, right? Recording live for you guys while making the 100th premium video and showing you guys how I do my scan as well. So during my scan, I happened to catch a live trade. What do you know? Can't complain about that, right? Bam, guys. Cheers to the first trade. I hope that you enjoyed it. All right, so let's get back to this technical analysis here today. Look at that. I took my profit right at the right time, you know? That's just killer instinct. Okay, so once again, we go through here. We look for the percentage change to see what we could be adding to the watch list, right? And then you put them on here and you basically do a morning scan of just kind of like what you would want to do is you just want to go to like a daily and then a 4 hour and you get like a quick snapshot of each one going on. And then after you get a quick snapshot of it, you can easily deduce or you can prioritize which ones, right? You can see which ones are more important than others, and then you can swap them around here to see which ones have a better chance depending on where they are in the progression. So I don't have an exact step by step of what to do because that comes down to the technical analyst skills, right? You got to be able to have the skills of being able to deduce. So my method is basically to look on the 2 day and then to look, or sorry, on the daily and the 4 hour and just scan it really quickly. And then you can factor in volatility as well. The ones that are in correction too much, like this one, like these ones, you just glance at the chart and you just get the vibe that, oh, their in correction's too long, the volume's low, they're not going to be on my good list, they're going to be on my shit list, right? And then after that, I'm always after ones break out, right? This basically the next thing I do is I look for these big breakouts, and then I say to myself, I didn't catch the breakout, but I'm gonna prepare myself for a short position, and that's exactly what I do. I prepare myself for a short position, even though it's a smaller percentage gain than a breakout, but it's more so suited to my nature and what I would like to do for what I would like to do for to profit, right? So then I look through my list to see which ones have gone really high, and I say to myself, which ones still yield me an opportunity to short, right? Which ones will give me a great opportunity to enter a short position, and depending on where they are in the progress. So, for example, when I explained earlier, I entered that short at a really early. That trade was really important actually. I entered it at 12.94, right, or 12.9 ish, right around there, and I entered it because there was just hesitation to come down. Well, other than the reasons, right? When I had entered it, it was like near the top, but the other coins they had already corrected in a violent way that made me miss my opportunity. And these scalps to me are important, right? So ADA was the one that was lagging behind the most in terms of progression. Like this one, just as an example, Music Go hits the top at 3 in the morning. Okay, 3 in the morning. So now it's been like 8 hours. ADA, okay, the Dennis doesn't hit the top until 9 in the morning, so it's lagging, right? LTC hits it at 10, but it violently drops right away where I missed it, right? So Omize Go cracked it since 3 in the morning, right? Literally, it's been cracking since 3 in the morning. ADA, it just reached the top. Vet, it just reached the top as well, but it violently came down compared to ADA. So it was a safer one. That's why I prioritized it quickly for a scalp. I don't know about it anymore for another trade, but so now that like I'm trying to prioritize the scalp and I found one already, chances are it's missed opportunity already. But because there's a big rally, what I know is there's going to be a big breakout. So now, right, I don't usually catch the wave one going up. No one does really. Not a lot of people are breakout players. People are gonna, if they see a big breakout, they might be curious at a specific fib point, and then they're also gonna buy on the breakout. So I might buy on a breakout depending on what pattern conforms. So now I'm thinking of my second play, right? And all of these kind of fit the general criteria of, or the same category of, they rallied big and hard. So now there's probably gonna be another rally because these ones just newly got on my radar, which strongly implies that they're new coins. It's a new rally. It's probably going to continue. I missed the first wave. It's probably the second wave correcting. I'm going to try to catch the third wave. try to catch the fourth, and basically just know that these coins are now on my radar. They're potentially very volatile, so I want to start tracking every single one of their moves so I can have the biggest opportunities that come into my lap so I can prepare for them. And I want to have an abundance of possible opportunities. That's why there's many on my watch list, and that's the ultimate goal. But the main thing that you guys should focus on is upping your skills first. Forget about your watch list building skills. Get your technical analysis skills up there first. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you really need to take my course, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're actually trading with money, that's a really bad thing. Honestly, invest in something that's going to teach you. I don't care where you get content from. Mine's pretty good. I'm going to not shill it, or sorry, I'm not going to shill it, but it's pretty darn good from what I know and what people have said. So consider getting my course, okay? Yeah, definitely consider getting it, because it's going to really propel you to another level in terms of understanding. And then what you do with your, like what you guys do with my information, it's up to you, right? So you may have all the resources in the world, but if the resources are just sitting there on a bookshelf collecting dust, it's not a problem with the material and the resources, it's a problem with you, right? That's how it is. So invest in the right things first, and the right thing is in yourself. Investing in trading to gamble when you don't know anything, that's not investing in yourself. That's gambling. So invest in yourself so you can obtain the skills to get to this or these kind of levels where you can literally follow without a pen and paper every single coin of this list, that I can list what's going on with them. And when you get to that level, I'm not saying my level, I'm just saying a list of being able to monitor a watch list and move them up and down, it's going to be good. And the best way for you guys to learn is just to follow me every single morning with my process. It's very meticulous, but it's very rigid. It's very disciplined. And you guys know that I'm a really reliable person, fuck. I'm here almost every single day for you guys. I work probably more than the majority of people that you guys know. I'm not tooting my horn. It's a fact. I work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, pretty much. Actually not even 12. I work like 16 hours a day, don't I? I'm quite often, but it's not really Stina's work. So that's kind of like the idea of the watch list building, and I really hope that it helped you. And I wish I could provide a lot more detail. It just comes down to seeing what coins to add to the watch list, right? And then prioritizing which coins should be monitored and which coins should not be. And that comes down to just TA skills of being able to compare and contrast two different coins where one is going to be worth your time more than the other. And then I try to catch a short opportunity if I see a rally. And then after that, I try to catch a long opportunity after the short's done, because it leads into the third wave. And then I do a TA on pretty much every single one of these to see where they are in the structure. And then I kind of label them in my head where they are in the progression. And that kind of decides which ones I'm going to be trading for that day. This has become a really hot topic lately, right? Of kind of how I pick coins. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, right? I tried to combine everything in terms of live trading, kind of lesson videos and technical analysis in one video. And I hope that you enjoyed this 100th video. And be sure to sign up. Be sure to enter my giveaway. You know what, guys? I don't know if I should be making this video public or not. I feel like making this video public right now. Yeah, I'm gonna make it public. Have fun, guys. Bye now.